So, I've been drinking poison. Not really, but yes, really. Hi, my name is Amity Gilmour and welcome back to my channel, where I post all about living life to the fullest with illness and struggles and whatnot. Okay, so that might come as a big bombshell, and I'm sure you probably saw the title and thought, oh my gosh, what the heck? Let me explain. Now, just first to clarify, no, I am not drinking physical poison. That's ridiculous. I do not condone that. Do not ever do that. That is not healthy. You will probably regret doing it greatly. But I have been drinking another kind of poison, I guess a figurative poison, and I want to talk about it. So my life has been interesting. Just like I guess life can be for everyone, interesting. And I've been through some things in my life that have been really tough, just like everyone has really. And I let it get to me. The poison that I'm talking about is bitterness. And I'm coming clean on it because it's just gotten to the point where it's affecting everything that I do. It's affecting everything that I think, everything like that. And I'm coming clean publicly to let you guys know, because then it kind of keeps me accountable, but also maybe you guys can relate to this, especially those of you on my channel who life has taken a drastic turn and you tend to want to blame that on the people who have wronged you, and it kind of plays over in your mind like, how come I went to school and all my childhood bullies were just like so mean to me, and then like I'm the one that grew up and ended up getting really sick, and they're out living their lives doing drugs and whatnot, and they're healthy. That is basically the poison that I have been drinking over and over and over again. There is a quote that I heard, I don't know where I heard it, but it was like, bitterness is like drinking poison and waiting for someone else to die. It's not helpful, it's not good, and I really struggled with this, and I think it's because it's something that has been pent up in me. I didn't talk about it with anyone. I never confronted the issues within me of how I felt about how I was being treated in school, how I was being treated as a child. I don't necessarily share this information, but sometimes I have shared it before, but I did grow up in a domestic violence home in my early years, and I lived with the bitterness of that towards my father for years and years, until recently, last year actually, I was in bed late at night and I felt the prompting of the Holy Spirit telling me to call him, and I was just like, no, what? And I couldn't get to sleep, and it was so strong that I woke my mum up at a ridiculous hour, which she's not usually keen on. She's like, I need to get to work tomorrow. But I explained to her, look, I really need to call him. We did a bit of research to try and find his number. We found his number. We went on to the spare phone and called via a private number, and I called him, and the whole time it was ringing I felt so sick. I just didn't want him to pick up, but of course he picked up. And I basically said to him something that I have been saying to myself over and over again, thinking that I'll believe it, but it never worked. But I said to his face, I said, look, you hurt me in so many ways, but I'm choosing to forgive you. And I just want to let you know that I wish the best for you and I'm praying for you. Which was so hard for me to do after all these years, but I kid you not, after that conversation, all bitterness in terms of that part of my life has left. It's now stuck, and and fixated on kind of the targeted bullying that I faced in high school. I have shared that I had a tic disorder in high school. I still have it. I still do tic quite a bit, but I'm heavily medicated, so it doesn't show off as much. But when I was in high school, because of the high stresses, because my tics would come on when I was highly stressed, and I'd be in class ticking sometimes, and people didn't find that cute. Like, they thought it was, you know, weird and odd, and so I got a little bit of backlash for literally just being me and struggling with something that I have no control over. And so a lot of people would imitate my tics as a joke, and then they bully me on other things and other matters. And I know it wasn't just about my tics, there was a lot more going on in terms of opportunities that I was given that made other people upset. And I felt bad every time I was being given those opportunities, because I knew that it would cause a backlash, and I would get a lot of backlash from being given these opportunities in terms of like the music and performing arts sort of stuff. So there was a bit of jealousy there. There was a bit of like, there was a lot going on. It wasn't just the tics, but also I was a very loud and out there sort of personality, and that doesn't always vibe with people. So yeah, it was a combination of all those things, and it was really hard. And I, for ages, have just been angry over the fact that I looked after my body in high school. I didn't, you know, get drunk on the weekend. I didn't do drugs, and other people in my class were doing these things, and I ended up with an illness. Well, I mean, I had it in high school, technically because of the genetics, but I didn't know about it. But anyway, that was kind of my mindset. That was what I was telling myself. I was telling myself that I don't deserve this, they deserve it. In actual fact, no one deserves this. It doesn't matter what you've done, no one deserves the illness that I suffer with and that so many people suffer with. And for years I got really upset that people from my school who were also targeting me in ways, telling me that I was not good enough, and there was this ongoing narrative playing across the class that it would be a miracle if I found someone, and it would be a miracle if I married, and it would be a miracle, and just like all these kind of things, that I was unattractive, which was repeated over and over again in school. So now that's affected me even in my day-to-day life now. When I see other people in relationships and I see other people getting engaged, I struggle at weddings, because I see that, and then what plays in my head is everything that I was told as a kid, and I feel like I will never have that. And I have this going on, this poison going on in my head, that I'm worthless, I'm not worth anything, no one loves me, no one would love me. All these things that I heard as a kid, but I'm drinking it, this poison, long after I have left school, and I'm done. I'm done drinking this poison, and I'm done with it all, basically, and getting angry at my classmates. My illness has nothing to do with them. I am sick because of genetics. They didn't make me sick. They're off living their lives now. I haven't talked to them in like 7 years, so it's time to move on. And I'm saying this publicly because I need to be held accountable. I wish the best for my classmates. I wish the best for the girls in my class. I wish the best for the guys in my class. I wish the best for those who told me I was worthless, and I understand that kids are kids. They say things that they shouldn't say, but we all grow up, and I'm choosing to forgive every single person that told me I wasn't enough. And if anyone is watching this video who was part of that, who told me that I'm not enough, I'm saying I forgive you. I wish the best for you. I hope that you are able to succeed in life, I just wish the best for you. And I'm choosing to move on, and I'm choosing to let go, and I'm choosing to say, what you said doesn't matter to me anymore, and you probably have grown up a lot, and you guys have probably changed a lot yourselves, and you're probably doing a really good job of loving people now. I don't know. Whether you are or you're not, I'm choosing to forgive. And I'm choosing to say that my situation that I'm in right now has nothing to do with you. I don't blame you anymore. It's genetics. Literally, science is, like, the science is that it's genetics, it's not you guys. And I choose to forgive you guys, and I choose to say publicly, I'm sorry for this anger that I've had against you for all these years, even though you guys have probably forgotten who I am. It's not like you guys have placed me in your mind all these years, always, you know, talking about me, saying that I'm ridiculous, because the truth is that when we were in high school, that might have been the case, but you have your own lives, probably not even thinking about me. So it's time that I don't think about you guys in a negative way, and time that I let you guys, give you guys my forgiveness. So I guess what I want to do to end this video is to encourage anyone else who may be drinking this deadly poison that I get it. It's hard because you want to blame others for a situation that you're in, which, by the way, your situation is not your fault. My situation is not my fault, but it's also not other people's fault. It's just life. Life happens, and it sucks. And we're all in this together, really, because while we have our own struggles, those people that have teared us down, they have their struggles, and who knows, maybe the way that they reacted to you was them venting out anger from what they have struggled and struggles that they have been through in their personal life, because we all have struggles. It doesn't matter if we're, it doesn't matter who we are, and it doesn't matter what we struggle with, and it doesn't matter if you think someone's struggle is less important or not. It's a struggle, and that's the main thing. And I am going to do another video. I want to do more of these sit down and talk videos sometimes every 2 weeks. Some will be fun and just like quirky stuff, and others will just be talking about, you know, serious stuff. But I want to be like as quirky as I can, but like do fun things, because I am a fun person. I don't want to be like full on serious all the time, but I think it's good to sometimes sit down and have serious talks. And I will be doing a video soon about the whole, I guess, ableism culture sort of thing, looking at it from a terms of, I guess, that being a poison of us kind of saying like it's us and them, it's the disabled and the abled, and like bridging that bridge and saying like we struggle, they have it all together, which is totally a lie. And I do want to do a video on that, talking about how I think that blaming able-bodied people is not a good idea, because they have their own struggles, we all go through our own things, and we're really in this together. Disabled people and able people are in this life together. We fight together, we do everything we can together. And so I do want to do a talk on that, because I think as someone who is part of like the chronic illness community, I do see a lot of pointing fingers at, I guess, able-bodied people, telling them that, like, not really telling them to their face, but kind of insinuating that their life is less meaningful, or not really their life is less meaningful, but their struggles are less meaningful because they're not like us. You know, it's bridging, it's making a gap between people, and that's not unity, that's division. And anyway, that's a whole nother video. But I hope you like this video. I hope now that you've watched it, you're not freaking out like, oh my gosh, she's drinking poison, what the heck. Not actually drinking poison, but, you know, drinking figurative poison that so many people drink. And I would like to encourage everyone that drinking poison only harms yourself. It doesn't harm the people that have harmed you, it harms yourself. So let go. I know it sounds ridiculous to say something like that sometimes, because you may be thinking you don't understand, it's so hard, like you don't know. But I've been through a lot as well, just like everyone else, and I think we can all relate on one thing, whether we're able-bodied, whether we're disabled, whether we've been through bullying, whether we were like the top dog of the school, we all can relate on pain. And pain is, pain is relative, you know, like you can't rate pain, you can't, like you can rate pain, but you can't, like everybody's experience of pain is different, and what one person may say is more pain to another person may be like less pain, but it's still, both pains are valid. So I just wanted to put that out there. I hope you guys are having a lovely day too, and I'm having a lovely day. It's a Sunday, so I don't usually make videos on a Sunday because I'm just like chilling, and then got church tonight, which will be really exciting. But I hope that you guys are having a good day and that you take something away from this, knowing that you can have freedom from the anger and the constant fears and worries that you're not enough because people years ago have said something that they probably regret now. Like they probably don't even, they probably agree that they were wrong. And you know what, whether they do or don't, it's time to move on. And I'm saying that from the bottom of my heart, it's time to move on. That sounds really weird. I'm saying it from the bottom of my heart, like, say it from the bottom of my heart. No, I really mean it. Like, I'm done with drinking poison. Like, it's gross. And it's affecting my life. So I'm ready to move forward and be who God wants me to be, not who others have said I am. Alright, love you guys.